Hey everyone, it's Carrie over at DoubleClick. Welcome back to my craft room. Today I am organizing my post-it note collection. A couple years ago, post-it notes were all of the rage, and of course I had to jump on that bandwagon and grab all the post-it notes that I can find. I have made my way through a lot of them. Some of them I ended up just recycling because when you pulled one off, it took part of the sheet behind it, especially the Target dollar spot ones from a couple years ago. Those were the worst types of post-it notes. And so anyway, this is kind of what I have left, and I spent the last couple of weeks organizing all of my Project Life cards, and I store them in the Razcog cart next to this one. I wanted to try and make room and get all of my post-it notes and kind of notebook type things in the same area. I picked up a organizing kit from Staples, and you can see a white clip in that little white bucket. It also came with several other clips, a larger bucket, as well as a side hanging basket. So I ended up taking out a lot of the gems that I had on rings, and I'll put a picture at the end so you can see how they kind of hang off the side. And that gave me some room in the top of my cart to try and get my post-it notes organized a little bit better. And these little gray bins are from the Target dollar spot as well. They are a couple years old. They're gray and they match my cart, so I do really like them because there's different styles and it fits every inch of the top of the cart. I'm really happy with those organizers. In here, as you can see, in the first little container, I am organizing pretty much like the post-it note brands, where the post-it note has an actual theme on it. In the middle organizer, I'm doing those long strips of post-it notes. Those were from IKEA. Any kind of like square normal style post-it note is going in that one as well. The one on the end that I think I'm getting ready to tackle, yes, I'm getting ready to tackle this one right now. This one has a lot of the page flags that I picked up at Daiso, and I keep my post-it note index cards in this one. So I'm just kind of flipping through them, organizing them, getting them all faced the same direction, and making it all fit just a little bit better, and then pulling any of those other style post-it notes and just feeding them back into the other organizers. I have been working so hard in my craft room, really trying to purge some of my duplicate items so that I have room for some of the newer items that I've been picking up at Goodwill and in my swaps. I have so many areas of my craft room that need attention. I have been just doing little sections at a time, and anytime I have just a few minutes, I try and pick a project. I have already organized my Project Life cards. I have gone through all of my supplies that I've set aside for pen pals and for Happy Mail. I've purged my notebooks, and I've sorted my miscellaneous ephemera. I've broken down lots of my supplies by theme. I have a lot more areas to go. The next area that I plan on doing is I have two drawers. That's the IKEA drawers that are to the left of my desk, and there's a mixture of paper envelopes for sending Happy Mail and then clear for sending product, and it's mixed in with bags, and I use those bags regularly for not only my Happy Mail swaps but also for my dewdrops. And anytime I'm getting a package ready, I'm having to like empty the drawer and I cannot find the bag size that I'm looking for that I know that I have. And so that drawer is probably going to be my next on my to-do list now that my post-it notes area is done. This was a super easy area to do, and I'm actually glad that I did it because now I kind of have it fresh in my mind what post-it notes I have, and I haven't purchased post-it notes in years, so I have not been adding anything new to my collection. And the other project that I still have to work on is my Happy Mail drawer. I showed it in my last Clean With Me video. I will link that video up above. I have tons of packaging and special containers and stuff for Happy Mail, and the drawer is so overpacked that I can't even actually get it open right now. So that is the next thing on my list after I do my baggy drawer. I would love to know if you guys also have huge Post-it note collections, if you're still collecting them. I really do like Post-it notes, but only if they stick well. If they don't stick well, then that really annoys me. So I try to buy just the actual Post-it note brand now because they seem to stick a little bit better. But like I have said, I really have not purchased Post-it notes on my own in such a long time. If you guys have a Post-it note collection, I would love to see it and how you organize it. I don't know if this bin system is my best use of like prime space, but I did move this cart over by my desk, so I am now constantly turning behind me and pulling a Post-it note since now it's so close. My husband and I, both of us, we stood on one side of the island and we slid it across about 6 inches across my craft room to give me more space by my desk because that's where I seem to be working more. And it was so heavy with all of the supplies that are on the island and the glass top. It took both of us to slide it across the floor. And now I have a little bit more space over by my desk so I can slide my chair in and out without banging into my island. And that is why I decided to move my carts closer to me. But now I'm starting to rethink the items that I keep in the top of my cart, and I want to make sure that it's items that I'm using regularly. I am sure if you are a crafter, you feel the same way, that you want like all of your items to be in prime locations, front and center, so you have easy access to things and you can remember what you have. But the bottom line is we only have so much surface space, and the rest is usually in drawers and organizing bins. So it is kind of hard. I find it hard to decide what are important items to me. I do like to journal, write on the regular, so I'm still undecided because I do use them daily. And I really don't know any other place that I could keep this selection of different sized items that I could easily access. Here in the video, you can kind of see on the side those additional hooks that I purchased, and it actually was a We Are Memory Keepers card kit, ring of blings and pearls, see there on the bottom. And this is just a little finished tour of my organized top shelf. All my Post-it notes are kind of in order of size and style. A lot of my page flags are up there. I still have to organize that little one on the left. So this is it. This is my completed Post-it note organization. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Please let me know in the comments below if you also collect Post-it notes. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.